don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning and smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Aaron. Today we got a sweet one. We got one by Bob Marley. It's called 3 Little Birds. And wanted to, well, like I always say, before we get started, check out a link in the description. I'll get you a tab so you can work out the fingerings and stuff. So, without further ado, I wanted to take a tune, again, maybe with some theory ideas, but put it into a tune so it wasn't super dry and boring and you know, the theory lessons actually, you know, you're gaining something from it, hopefully. So a lot of times when you see this song done, you know, maybe on the internet or something, people are just banging out the chords. I wanted to add this little riff in the beginning. I thought this is a nice little thing, and it's right in this A shape here. This. Everybody hear that line there? So it's kind of on top of the A chord. So the idea is you can get a little bit of the chord going. And get the riff in there too. You could probably do it in some different areas. You know, it gets a little more stretchy with the fingers, but down here, it's a good start. So we're dealing with an A major chord, or sorry, an A major scale. So you want to get that under your belt. You want to find those fingerings for A major here. Especially this upper octave. Take a look at this. We got an A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, and A. A lot of this, the riff is in the melody is coming right out of the scale. You know, we're starting on the 3rd string, so open, 2 on the 3rd string. Then when we go over to the 2nd string, we're open, 2, 3. Then on the 1st string is open, 2, 4, 5. So anyhow, here's your A major scale. All right, so the trick now is that rhythm. You know the rhythm. This. Oh, sorry. So I'm kind of playing the riff with my finger, my pinky coming on and off. You know, I guess if you played an A shape with these 3 fingers, you'd be using this one, but I can't fit them all into the fret there, so I use I use these 3. It's a better fit for me. Okay, so let's look at the riff. We have the bass, the rhythm on, so 1 E and a 2 E, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. I guess if you're doing with 1 and 2 ends, it'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 E. Sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, you just want to recognize there that we have attacks on the back side of the beat. That's probably the biggest take home that you want to get out of this. Let's look at the notes there. So what we're doing is playing, if we're talking about the A scale, A, B, A, or in other words, the first note of the scale, the second note of the scale, the first note of the scale, and then where's it go? Up to the E here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going from the first tone, second tone, first tone, up to the 5, big jump there, all right? So, and then we have the C sharp, which is the third of the chord, then the 2, and then the 1. So, again, let's just, instead of me just giving you the notes, let's think about it this way. If you have a scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, we put a number value on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. We're using the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 5. Those are the only notes we're using from the scale on the riff. Put note names on them. We're using an A, we're using a B, a C sharp, and then an E, okay? So however you get to that, you know, that's on you. You do your thing, but there's a couple different ways to think about it, right? Or your ear might be so good that you just hear it. You know, I'm trying to create some kind of groove. 1, 2. I'm really trying to accent that second, the up, up. You know, the reggae thing. We really want to incorporate that, obviously, into this music. This. There's an A chord. The small triads, you know, if you're playing around, those are a lot easier to mute. You know, sometimes I'll use fingers here to mute them, or I'll just bounce them off so the sound dies. Sometimes down here, you know, I chose this chord because the riff was kind of easy to finger, but it's an open chord, so it's a little bit harder to mute. So you might practice kind of bouncing your fingers up. You know, or you could try it with a... You gotta be careful here, because if you touch this F sharp, you end up making a different chord, but... Okay, so there's some ideas for muting and kind of getting this melody to happen at the same time. You're gonna have to experiment. Again, you know, I always encourage you to come up with your own things. If you can figure it out, say... Whoops. There's that third there, so. You know, you might do something there. On that one, again, feels a little harder than me then. Alright, so there's your main riff of the tune. You're trying to really think about the groove. And get the reggae feel in there, okay? Now, in terms of just doing the verse and singing, pretty straightforward on these open chords. I'm just kind of doing a don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing goes to D chord, gonna be alright, back to A. Singing don't worry about a thing. So sometimes I'm not playing the bass like on 1 and 3, and sometimes I do like that. So you could add that in if you want a little bit more variety. You should be able to get through these chords. This progression's not too hard. I mean, I'll write it down on the tab. But you're going to be counting, and you're going to have to know how many times to play A, or how many measures before it switches to, you know, D and back to A and E. But it's a 3-chord tune, right? A, D, and E. Now, one last thing, getting back to the melody. You know, we talked about it coming out of the A major scale. So if we take the don't worry, right? About a thing. Okay, so don't worry about a thing. Melody's right there. So you might try to do a little chord melody thing, maybe as a solo in between your singing. You could do something like this. It's all right. And when it goes to every little thing, you got a D chord and the melody's right there. Keep messing up that note. Right, so now the rise up part, this. Whoops. All chord tones, the melody there. Way up to the A note. Singing sweet songs. Whoops, are pure and true. Right? Alright, so I didn't really have it worked out and played some wrong notes. But you get the idea, right? We're trying to get a little, you know, we're making an arrangement, so why not mess it up again. Alright, so the point of it, even though I'm messing up, you get an A scale, you've got those melody notes coming out of the voice. Why not put them in your guitar for part of your arrangement, right? So I think that's going to be about it for today, folks. Thanks for checking in with me, and sorry I've been gone. I was out on a climbing trip, well-needed rest to just get out and you know, do a little exercising for a week or so. So thanks for checking in. I also got a TikTok channel that I put up, so if you want to check out my name, Aaron Rashaw at TikTok. I'm doing little short videos over there, more kind of music theory shorts that are, you know, trying to, again, keep the language pretty mellow and easy to understand. So if you want to go over there and check that out too, that's cool. So all right, everybody, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.